Good morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Thursday, June 4th, 2015. If you want to follow us on Twitter, go to CATEX TV. Earlier today at Naha Airport in Okinawa, 2 near misses occurred, which actually imperiled the lives of 127 people. It was a very close event. It very well could have ended up as a major aviation tragedy. A military helicopter, a big one, a Chinook with 2 rotor blades, was flying over the runway at Naha Airport when a Boeing 737 operated by All Nippon Airways, ANA, was preparing to take off. The passenger jet's pilot was forced to slam on the brakes while rolling down the runway preparing for the takeoff because the helicopter was just overhead. As soon as the ANA 737 slammed on the brakes, a plane landing behind it on the same runway, also a Boeing 737 operated by Japan Transocean Air, had to slam on its brakes after just landing. It appears that the self-defense force pilot, this is the wording for the Japanese military forces, this is according to a military spokesperson, it appears that the self-defense force helicopter pilot misunderstood the instructions from air traffic control. This is something we need to thoroughly investigate. This is very regrettable. One misstep could have led to a major disaster. Naha Airport is a busy airport. It serves as the main gateway for tourists to Okinawa, but its single runway is also shared by the Japanese military, which apparently includes helicopters and certainly, according to Wikipedia, includes 2 squadrons of F-15s. An Airbus executive told a German magazine that a software problem was indeed the cause of the crash of the military cargo plane in Seville, Spain back on May 9th. In an interview with Handelsblatt, the German magazine, the chief strategy officer of Airbus blamed the crash on engine control software that was incorrectly installed during the final assembly. According to the spokesperson, the black box data confirmed that the crash was a result of a manufacturing error, not a design fault. Airbus and Spanish investigators have confirmed that 3 of the 4 turboprop engines failed on the Airbus 400. Amazingly, only 4 of the 6 people on board were killed. 2 people walked away. 3 of the engines remained in idle. So only 1 engine was powering the plane, which would explain why it crashed. The Wall Street Journal is saying that no other 400s have reported any similar issues. There was a tragedy in Accra, Ghana earlier today. Massive flooding in the Ghanan capital swept stored fuel into a nearby fire that was already in progress, setting off a huge explosion at a gas station. The explosion took place as dozens of people sought shelter in the gas station because of torrential rains, which were inundating the sewers and causing runoff of waste oil and fuel oil, actually diesel oil, which apparently then came into contact with the fire, which was in progress at a nearby house. It then quickly developed into a conflagration, which ended up with bodies everywhere, according to rescue officials. 73 people are confirmed dead right now. A very respected analyst of the reinsurance industry, Meyer Shields, who works for Keefe, Bruyette & Woods, has declared that PartnerRe shareholders should, and probably will, vote for the tie-up with fellow Bermudian insurer Axis. The view will come as a blow to the Italian investment vehicle run by the Agnellis, Exor, which has been mounting an increasingly aggressive campaign to buy PartnerRe. According to a note put out by Shields last night, at the July 24th shareholder meeting, he believes that it's likely to be close, but that Axis will probably emerge as the preferred bidder. In the past 48 hours, Axis has come out with a list of things that will be positively occurring should, in fact, the deal go through, including returns to shareholders, as well as an immediate $750 million pledge of stock buybacks to go back into the pockets of shareholders. Most interestingly, what Shields said, as far as we can tell, the only strategic advantages of the Exor offer to the shareholders is the theoretical benefit of remaining a pure play reinsurer and thus avoiding competition with cedents. and the planned retention of capital compared to Axis's more aggressive capital return plans. If you've been following this story, you know that Axis and Partner Re believe that together they can create a large, diversified insurance and reinsurance company worldwide. The Agnellis, who run Fiat and also own Exor, are saying that there is room in this world for a pure play reinsurer that just stays as a reinsurer and does not compete on insurance products with its clients. South Korea is reporting a third death from an outbreak of Middle East respiratory syndrome today. This now means that some 37 people have been diagnosed with the disease. Since Wednesday now, more than 1,100 schools nationwide, ranging all the way from kindergartens up to universities, have been closed. Massive disinfection procedures are underway at airports and public places. An interesting thing occurred in Ukraine last night. 3 empty wagons of a moving freight train were derailed by an explosion on the railway in Odessa. Investigation has said that there was in fact a 4-foot hole that occurred as a result of an explosion under a moving freight train that caused the derailment of the 3 wagons. No casualties have been reported. The situation is being investigated. Repair work is underway. However, this has been the 4th such bomb attack on rail tracks with trains moving on in Ukraine in recent months. Speculation, of course, is focused on what's going on with the so-called Russian incursion into Ukraine. I was at a funeral in Tampa last week. My brother passed away, Michael Fortunato, at the age of 58, an all-state agent for 34 years. He was a very good man. Thanks to Matt Bernard for substituting for me, and that's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. If not, we'll see you tomorrow.